Hello and welcome to the Downshift, hosted by Huppy, Lockie, Schwags and myself, KT. And we're our preview of the third last race of 2025 in Sin City, the city of lights, and the one place in the world where you can get married, get divorced, and lose all of your savings in one night, Las Vegas. So in this episode, we will take our viewers on a hot lap around the track, make our obligatory Simpsons reference for the season, like most media outlets, debate whether Max Verstappen is still in with a chance. We'll look for the battle for second, given this track suits two of the main contenders for the title of first loser, and make our predictions on who will take out the honours for the race. And it's Viva Las Vegas!
Vegas, baby, lights out! Drop the clutch.
Let's get racing.
Hello and welcome to the Downshift, as I've got the obligatory Elvis do for this episode of the Downshift.
No. It's not obligatory. No one is forcing you to do this. No one expected you to do. I don't know. In all fairness, we probably expected you to put on the Elvis glasses, and but for all of our audio listeners, KT is wearing I have to say, a pretty ordinary
dead cat
Elvis
on his
costume.
head.
I don't know what that is on your head, but let's all imagine it's Elvis. Okay, all right.
Okay, let's just lock in, baby.
That's a hard one.
Continue.
So as we prepare for our preview of the Las Vegas Grand Prix, we're going to take everyone through a look at the race, our thoughts for what's coming up. But Lockie, you've got to be getting excited given that your team is just about to preview for Formula One, and we saw quite a bit of news around Audi this week.
Yeah, it was actually good to see Checo actually got lent a car from Ferrari, the SF23, so their 2023 model, to just do some laps in that. So it was interesting to see that was driven around all black, all completely painted out. So he did, I believe it was about 99 laps, and I think as Graham Loudon was whose team principal was overseeing it as he was doing those laps around there as well. They weren't apparently pushing too hard for it. It was really just trying to get laps under the belt for it as well. He did have one spin-off in there, but managed to put in a time of minute 18.82, which was roughly on track with where Charles Leclerc was in 2022. And then on top of that, Audi turned around and released a teaser image of what the livery could be for their car. So the classic silver and red and black there for the Audi racing, which I quite liked there. Suits the colours on the car and all that.
It wasn't
Nathan
much of a reveal.
Unimpressed, but we'll see how the actual car comes out once they put sponsorship logos and things like that. But yeah, it was very good to see that they're moving forward, and I, for one, am very much looking forward to them being on track next year.
As we all are.
Leaps and bounds with a bit of paint on a car, isn't it?
Well, something's happening at least, isn't it? I mean, they've only got three colours there. Well, they've just coloured between the lines on a couple of blocks.
I'm going to buy the merchandise regardless, so it's fine.
I know you like Audi. It was good to see.
They're drawing a line right down the centre as well, so it's all silver, and then it's red and black.
But it's easier to put the Lego blocks together when you're making it, though, so that'll work out better that way.
Put your order in already.
Did any of you guys watch the first episode that Cadillac put out the other day on their YouTube motorsport channel? They're doing a bit of a docu-series on the Formula One team from sort of...
Is that with Canoe?
Go to woe? No. It was their own internal team, just a couple of guys doing some video and stuff and doing a bit of a doco. But yeah, for anyone watching or listening, it's worth a watch because it gives you a bit of insight into, I guess, all the effort that it takes to create a new team, and also, given that we only get bits and pieces of news and a few dates, and now we've seen Checo out on track, but beyond that, you don't get to see anything of what's going on in the background, and you do get a really good idea of what a sort of massive project it is, and the amount of work they're all putting in. So it certainly does make it look like a pretty serious effort the way they're going about it. So definitely worth looking it up. If we can we'll put a link to it at the bottom of our YouTube clip this week as well, so you can find that. But awesome to see Checo out there blowing the cobwebs out and putting some laps in around the track.
And we've got quite a bit of a schedule coming up. I know a lot of people were expecting to see Audi's F1 car, but this is actually the FIA show car dressed up in the livery colours. So it's not going to be what we actually see on track come March in Albert Park. But it's just to give us an idea of that, and when we'll start to see a lot of the other teams rolling this out on a similar chassis. But this is where Mattia Bonetto was talking about the fire up. So we'll see late November, early December this year, the first fire up of the test engine. I know we've got the one that was in the car there, but the actual engine that they've designed for next year. So that'll give a lot of indication in regards to where they are in that development cycle and how they're getting along before they actually then go for a bit of a track shakedown in December. So look, this is Malago and Silverstone, either of those tracks that the teams will be able to use to start to do that shakedown for their vehicle.
But to be fair, Christian, everyone's hanging around for late January when they actually bring a full car out with the livery reveal. That's when people actually get excited. All this stuff beforehand, no one actually knows exactly what it's going to look like, all the colours and everything. So it'll be late January. We can all actually get excited, and I can place my orders for actual livery. So be good.
And hopefully in February, when it does roll out onto the track, it won't cough to a stop at turn 1 and give them dramas.
As long as someone charges the batteries, they should be fine.
Just to recap here, Audi are starting out with their own engines. Nice.
Yep. Yeah. So, I mean, I think from that perspective and you're seeing with the two new entrants. So, Audi, who has got that pedigree and they've committed to that. And this is why a lot of the regulation change happened, because Formula One and the FIA wanted to make this attractive to more manufacturers coming in. Cadillac will be using a Ferrari engine till it's 29 that they'll actually they're planning to have their first power unit that they've developed themselves.
And to be let's be realistic here. Who actually thinks both of those teams or either of those teams will actually be competitive for the first part of the season? I'm not expecting a huge leap from Cadillac and possibly Audi as well. I think it'll be a bit of baptism by fire for them, to be honest.
Well, at the press conference, they were talking about for Audi that there are 3 phases of this, and essentially for that is come next year is to be credible, essentially, so that they don't look stupid on track. And I think, with their pedigree, that's where they don't want to have that. Then to be a challenger and then to be a champion. So if you look at that's the trajectory that they're on. You look at their history, Audi don't come in to play, they come in to win, and they prove that quite dominantly.
I don't think they'll embarrass themselves. I don't think either team will, but the Cadillac will be the interesting one to watch because that's a completely fresh team. It's mostly American, but even looking at that little documentary piece the other day, even like months ago, they were just flat out nonstop simulator work, simulator testing. Like they're already working really, really hard. So, and they've obviously hired a lot from around the paddock as well. So they've got a lot of F1 talent. So they should know how to build the car. But I hope they're competitive. I just don't want Cadillac to roll out and be 1.5 seconds off the pace in testing or something. I don't think they will. I think they'll be pretty good, but it's a high bar, Formula One, especially the top of Formula One. So it'll be a massive effort if they can get anywhere near the top for sure.
Well, you only have to look at Ferrari, who's just won a WEC for the year, and how much they're struggling in Formula One at the moment to be able to be dominant there as well.
Yeah, but isn't it supposed to be if they weren't talking as much on the radio, they'd probably be driving faster? Isn't that how that's supposed to work?
It sounds like it's a driver problem, apparently.
Yeah, well, that's what I heard as well.
We have fascinating comments from John Elkann during the week. It was, wow. Yeah. Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton, and they're your problem? Wow.
So,
interesting. Well, if you don't want them, I'm sure someone else would like them. Yeah. Wow.
Dear John.
Yeah.
That was an interesting
here's what I think of your latest comments to the press.
I mean, Ferrari is a team. Like, you see the memes going around on social media, about Ferrari and their problems and their crappy strategy calls and communication issues. But the last thing they want is a CEO coming out making statements like that publicly. Like, just what? Anyway, it's a bit beyond.
Yeah, say it in a meeting. Don't say it in public.
No, and
that undermines the drivers, I think, and probably a lot of the team as well. To sit there and go, the problem's not where everyone's doing the right job; it's the drivers, and it's like, you've just undermined your staff.
How can you think that when you've got Lewis Hamilton in your car during a race, that he is not driving his absolute balls off in that thing, regardless of whether it's a heap of crap or it's competitive or not or whatever. A driver like him and Charles is always going to give 110% in everything they do for that car. That's their job. They are paid massive money to do it. And he's a multiple world champion. Why would you even say that or question it? Like, I don't think that's got to be motivation. How can that be motivating to the drivers? I don't understand. Really don't understand.
Well, my question is, and I mean, this is where Charles Leclerc must be a masochist, from the perspective of his love for the team. Is this enough for him to start looking elsewhere? Because, I mean, he's a quality driver. He's been nothing but loyal to Ferrari through everything. And now to be told that he basically needs to shut up because he's talking too much, which is causing the issues for the team.
Yeah, I know. It's an odd one. I'm interested to see what comes out in the press this week. It'll be interesting to see what the Sky and F1 commentators say about comments like that in the Vegas lead up. So we'll see. More things to come, I'm sure.
So that gives us a nice segue to, and Lockie, you shared with us some news.
Ridiculous thing to another.
So Ferrari, who is valued as the highest valued team in Formula One, but it's actually Toto Wolff who's looking to make a little bit of cash this week.
Well, I think if we all need a short-term loan, I think we can know who actually go and ask for some extra pocket change out of that. So, yeah, apparently he's in talks at the minute to sell about 5% stake in Mercedes to, what did I say? So he'll still retain ownership. He'll still be CEO and team principal, based on, we believe he paid about $150 million for his 33% stake in the team when he bought it back in 2013-ish, somewhere around then.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ineos actually then turned around in 2022 and paid $274 million for their third of the team as well. But if you look at it, Mercedes is now apparently valued around $5.88 billion. So you've got to be thinking that's a pretty good return on investment for Toto.
So if I take the 5.8 billion, carry the 1 at 5%, that's a $78 million purchase price for a 5%, a 5% of the 33% stake.
So like I said, if we need some pocket change and need a short-term loan, Toto's the guy. Just hit him up. Just message us Toto at the Downshift. They'll be fine. That'll come through. No worries at all.
He's done all right, hasn't he?
That's a good investment.
It's not a bad investment.
Put the table up there so we can actually see the rankings of that. But I mean, we're looking at it's just funny money, isn't it? We're talking about in total $34.16 billion valuation for the 10 teams in Formula One.
And those increases, Christian, you've got their percentages. That's in the last 12 months or 24 months?
That's a good question, Lockie. Yes. Yes, it is.
Maybe do a bit of research on that and just confirm that with me.
If the audio glitches, he's edited it out later.
They're big numbers, but at the end of the day, if you look at NBA in the US, for example, there's more teams in the NBA. It's a US-centric league, so it's not a worldwide league. And the top 10 teams there have a value of approximately between $4.5 to $10 billion each. So the team with the most value is the LA Lakers at $10 billion US. So there's a lot more value held up in franchises in the USA's National Basketball Association than there is in only 10 Formula One teams that are competing at the pinnacle of motorsport. So I can see why people would still be buying into these teams. I think there's probably a much bigger runway to come if they can keep growing the sport the way they've grown, and especially if they're doing collabs with Fortnite and things like that. But yeah. But
exponential growth coming.
There's more value to come. I think Ferrari at $6.4 billion as a Formula One team I think they can go a lot higher. I think they all can.
If they stop talking, they'll get there.
That's the problem. Less talk, more action on track.
Yeah, more dollars. But and Harper, you brought up a very important bit of news was that collab with Fortnite and Formula One.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Very important might be a slight difference there.
So do you think the Fortnite players are all going to want to kill Liam Lawson?
What's the average?
Like if someone's dressed up as Liam, they're going to hunt him down.
They've all got guns, haven't they? But what's the average age of a Fortnite player? Like what demographic are they aiming for here?
Oh no, it's probably 35-year-old men in their mother's basement. But I mean,
yeah, but
speak for
it's
yourself.
more trying to.
Where are
Isn't
you
it
at the
still trying to be more the global push? Get more eyes on the product, global push, expand the reach that way.
It is, yeah.
The more times people say F1 or see it on the screen, the faster it grows, and that's really, I think.
But
what
this
they're
is the
doing at
F1
minute.
kids too, like that they brought out.
Well, they're doing a lot more over the past sort of 5 years or so, especially with Drive to Survive, and they've done the Formula One movie. They've got collabs like this. They're doing a lot more collaborative marketing and thinking outside the box marketing than they ever used to do as a race series. Yeah. So not surprising, I guess. I mean, Formula One drivers in Fortnite is a bit odd to me, but they've done, what have they done? Simpsons. They've done, I think they've done
Ariana Grande.
They do Red Hot Chili Peppers at some point. I'm sure they've done, a few people like that.
When was the last time you jumped on and played Fortnite out of curiosity?
Yeah,
and that answers that question.
Okay,
yeah, moving along.
Time ago.
Are you suggesting there's not a direct link between motorsport drivers and Fortnite?
Well, it could be.
I believe that was the implication, Dan. Yes, that's what I believe. Yeah.
But look, this is about getting them young, and
and it's entertainment. It's an entertainment product. They want Formula One to be entertaining. Yeah, okay, I get it, but yeah.
Again, I'll put the link into the description here. That is the link to the trailer for it. My son, 14 years of age, plays Fortnite, and I asked him what he thought in regards to it, and he said they could have tried harder. So he basically said, they've put a bunch of characters in F1 gear. It's not the actual drivers that you can be, and you'll see that they come in on gliders, which are sort of branded. And there's tracks where you can get on sort of like a Mario Kart go-kart. So you're sitting on top of the car. So again, it is that young audience.
So it's no Grand Theft Auto then? Like,
no,
slightly different approach. Yep.
I could get behind that if they want to show it in Grand Theft Auto. I could really get behind that.
I'm sure if it adds a couple of points of more capital growth for Toto, he's not going to care. So onwards and upwards.
Yep. So with that, it's now, it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show. 3 to get ready now. Go, boys, go.
We apologise in advance.
Sorry to our viewers.
I feel like I need a tin hat. Tin earplugs.
All right. Vegas preview. I presume we're up to the Vegas part. Is that right?
We're up to the serious business now.
You couldn't tell.
Something tells me this is the point we're up to.
Please stop Christian singing and let's start talking about racing.
Is this a racing podcast?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Wow.
We drift into it occasionally.
For those who are new, please know we don't dress up and sing songs most episodes.
Yeah, we apologise in advance.
Well, some of us do.
Yeah. Okay, Christian, back to Spider Pig anyway. Let's go.
So Lockie, you've got to be really happy about the Simpsons reference for this.
I do.
The track, as we put it up here, has been colloquially named as being Spider Pig because it is exactly the shape of Spider Pig that Homer Simpson holds up onto the roof. Now, we've seen this. This is running since 2023. And look, a really great track. Essentially for this track, it is all about speed. It is second only to Monza, where in 2024, Alex Albon recorded the highest speed at 368 kilometres or 229 miles per hour for our US listeners. It is 79% full throttle, as opposed to Monza that's 80% full throttle. So, really a great track to watch in that regards. It's low grip. It's a night race, so it starts at 10 p.m. This year. It has been midnight previously. So low temps at about 10 degrees, and we'll go to Lockie in a minute for a weather update. But low downforce, a low drag setup, and we'll jump into in a minute a drive through of the track. But there are walls, and walls. So you don't want to mess up here. Because
how did you get your helmet on with all that hair and the big glasses?
So why don't we? What we'll do is we'll jump to a drive through of the track, and then we'll be back in a minute to talk about the race and what we expect to be coming up.
Okay, guys, this is then taking through a drive through of the Vegas circuit, which is a 6.21 kilometre circuit with 17 corners, poured out over 50 laps by the riders. As we approach the starting line, it's hot, nearly about a 200-metre sprint to first corner, here and down to second. As the rider will then keep that speed there up through turns 2, 3, 4, approaching the Cobalt Straight, which is the first DRS zone on your circuit. As we approach the speed for turn 5, again it'll be a heavy brake down to second gear, and then a sprinting left-hander with the drivers going back up to top gear to port. It looks like braking down into the slowest part of the track, where you'll see a number of riders dive bomb the position through those bike pools. And choosing second straight here, approaching the Venetian, with all the bit to turn 12, which is the 90-degree turn before going through the Las Vegas Strip. Here is full throttle all the way through as we approach the second DRS zone. You might notice a bit bumpy here. This is a street circuit, and so you can see this is where the drivers had issues with the bunking, and also manhole covers popping up as well, causing issues. Coming to the last set of corners, back down to second gear, through a right left-hand chicane, and then on to the back straight up into the start finish line again, getting back up to full speed for the start finish. Just do a little view now so you can get a feel for what that looks like. Again, 200 metres sprint down to the first corner. Gearing up through 2, 3 and 4, approaching the Cobalt Straight. Now, if I select one was section 2024 by Lando North, which is 1 minute 34.876. Looking around speed, I don't know if you can hear this on the audio, but it's actually quite interesting that the amount of noise from the heavy beats from the festivities going on around the track, around the steer. I don't know if that would be distracting to the driver. Definitely, myself, if I was riding around, noticing that it seemed though it was just that solid beat. And I think the 8th gear around the back of the Venetian, coming to that heavy braking zone, and then coming over that corner onto the straight. You can see powers, DRS as we approach Harrison Millet and the Bellagio on the right-hand corner there. Breaking down again to the second gear before getting to the final chicane in that back straight, gearing back up to 8th gear for a qualifying finish for the start finish line. You more like to call the airplane color back.
So this is Liberty Media's crown jewel. This is actually a Liberty Media own the Las Vegas Grand Prix, working with the Nevada Council and a number of the casinos as well. But you'll see, and if you are subscribed to Formula One and you're on their emailing list, you'll have got about 50 million emails inviting you to Las Vegas.
Spamming social media, trying to sell expensive tickets. Oh my God.
Yep. So as much as I'd love to say unsubscribe, I do actually want to know what's going on in F1. But yeah, Vegas is. I'm at my Vegas limit.
Says the man wearing a Elvis wig and sunglasses.
Yeah, we wonder.
So as I was saying, is the race is a 10 p.m. race, which gives it a completely different dynamic to a lot of the other races, even later than Singapore. So if we go to our resident weather guru, Lockie, what are we expecting for the weekend?
Well, look, good news for some, bad news for others. Huppy's going to be quite disappointed. All I can see at the moment during the day is sunshine and light winds. They are talking at the moment earlier in this week that there will be showers coming through early in the week, but not going to affect the race weekend. Now, it is going to be temperatures only between 16 and 20 during the day, but given we're racing at 10 o'clock at night, we are looking at outside temperatures of only 11 and 10 degrees. So Friday night, we're sort of looking around that 11 degrees. Saturday, same thing. We're probably looking around about 11, 10 degrees as well. Almost zero chance of rain for the whole weekend while we're there as well. And then race day on Sunday, it's going to be clear skies and about 11 to 10 degrees as well. So Huppy, zero chance of having a wet race for this one. But on the upside, though, it is a track that we can have plenty of overtaking. So hopefully we'll see some magnificent dive bombs down the inside. And hopefully, and let's have fingers crossed, someone takes out Lando Norris.
Yeah, 2023 had something like 180 overtakes. It was massive. And last year was 113. So the downward trend that we've seen from most tracks this year, I think, will probably continue. But if there was 70 or 80 overtakes in this race, you'd have to be happy, wouldn't you?
I'd be happy.
Absolutely.
Relative to how many overtakes have there been the last few weeks?
4
or a few races.
Last weekend.
Last week was all right. Last week was all right.
Last week there was a few more.
But like in general this year, there hasn't been as much. So, but yeah, look, long straights. It's a fun track to drive, and the DRS zones can certainly help overtaking, and they have in the past. So let's hope they do again. If there's enough of a tyre offset and pit strategy comes into it, then definitely we'll see some overtaking.
So we're seeing very different setup to other races, and as we're saying, is we're in the desert at night, so it is cold. So who do we think is going to be strong at Vegas this year?
Max. Strong everywhere.
Max is strong everywhere.
Not Red Bull.
Just got a brand new engine to run with too, hasn't he?
Well, it's pretty fresh.
Correct.
He ran it in.
I think Mercedes and Ferrari will step up a bit here as well, and I think it'll be maybe a little bit tougher. It's probably not a track suited to the McLaren, so I think last year Mercedes were strong. 2023, I think Mercedes was strong again as well, so I think the Mercedes will be ones to watch this weekend.
Yeah, so we saw Russell take out the race last year. Russell from pole to win the race, followed by Lewis. So that was a 1-2 with Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari coming in second. And 2023, Charles Leclerc actually got pole with Max taking out the win, followed by Charles, followed by Sergio Perez.
So but we think Mercedes might have a good weekend. Based on what we've seen in the last few races, do we really think that Ferrari can put it together and actually put a car on the track that's going to deliver?
I don't know. I like Mercedes.
I can't see it personally. But
I like Mercedes' chances more myself. Yeah.
Page there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they can get their shit together.
They haven't. It doesn't feel like they've had a good, successful, consistent weekend for a little while yet. I know they've been finishing earlier on in the season. They were both finishing, but look, last week Lewis clipped Albon. No, not Albon. Hadjar. Not sure whoever he clipped. That was a bit unlucky or bad driving, whatever. But he was never going to get anywhere with that. And then the same happened with
Leclerc got taken out. Yeah.
Got taken out as well. So they were both through no fault. We didn't get a chance to see them actually, show their mettle in that race.
Yep. And Antonelli came off a great last round with a second place finish. So I think momentum for the Mercs, they were strong. George will be quick around Vegas like he was last year as well. So yeah, I think Mercedes will be right up there.
Yeah, look, Mercedes, the cold temperatures suit them in regards. We see where it's a colder track. They have a challenge with overheating tyres, so Vegas will be good for them in that regards. Mercedes seems to be good in low drag, low grip conditions, so again, suited to them. Ferrari, I agree. I just think they just want to save face. Ultimately, to your point around Max Bull Racing is Ferrari are sitting 4 points now behind Red Bull Racing. So they just need to collectively get points.
Get some points on the board, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I think McLaren...
Mercedes want to consolidate it in second, don't they?
Yeah,
definitely.
And they can. And this is one track where they can
they're
extend a bit of margin.
Probably reasonably comfortable there, but still.
Yeah, what do we think about McLaren, everyone?
Well, they weren't any good last year.
Which part of it?
Yeah, that
was race this weekend, Dan.
I reckon they're going to win constructors this year. What else?
I think.
For those who are dialing in for that expert commentary, thanks, Schwags.
If you've missed a lot, look. Some people are coming to the party late. I just sort of pointed out there.
Did you want to run into bookies and stick a $5 on that too, Dan, or you think it's too late for that now? Or?
Yeah, I might have missed it. The odds are pretty low right now.
But the bookies are coming to this place to collect.
How competitive are their cars going to be in Vegas?
Lando's
I
will
can't
be.
see them getting pole. I just don't think they're going to have the top end speed compared to either the Mercedes or the Red Bull.
Yeah, they typically run a higher drag. They've got a draggier sort of car, higher downforce car. Yeah.
Which I also will mean I don't think they're actually going to win the race because I think the Mercedes and the Red Bull will be slipperier through the circuit than they will be.
Yeah, I think McLaren's advantage when it came to tyre management has, the gap has narrowed to the competitors, so they won't get as much of an advantage from that.
Yeah, if you
That
look
was
at it
quite
in
obvious.
regards to the setup being very similar to Monza, I mean, look, they did well in Monza. It was a P2, P3 for Monza, but again, a hotter track. So yeah, you're seeing that difference there. But also the question is as to whether or not Oscar's going to be able to get back to form. He's still showing that he's struggling with form at the moment. Norris is confident. Attitude has changed. I mean, even just walking into the paddock at the last race, he just seemed to have a weight lifted off his shoulders. So that potentially Norris could do well if Piastri can return to form, or at least shake off the heebie-jeebies from the last few races. Maybe he can do okay, but yeah, I don't think it's their track.
It'll be a tough one for predictions this week, I think.
No, I'm getting out my pen because I'm still.
Still
You
working
just
it
change
out.
your predictions now based
Writing
on
it
down ahead of time.
Oh, right, okay.
I haven't decided either, so I don't know yet.
My goodness.
As expert commentators here, aren't we supposed to do some research beforehand and come in with our stuff written down, knowing what we're going to vote for?
I've done a bit of research.
I agree with you, Lachlan. I'm prepared for this.
Absolutely. Dan's got the hat.
Tonight.
The names are in the hat already.
I'm ready to go.
Come on. And I think for next season, I'm going to go buy myself a new Magic 8 ball. So we'll have even closer predictions for next season, I think. So
I was listening to the Sky F1 team this week, and Simon Lazenby was just going, we're just all guessing anyway. So, if you're even coming to Sky for expert predictions, we don't even know what to pick.
But haven't Sky got the pit wall garage or the pit wall bit that they use?
They got more data.
I think Silverstone.
Oh, I knew Silverstone. Yeah, okay.
So the question being is, so Schwags, will Max cause an upset?
To whom? To the drivers' championship?
Well, yeah.
Let's if winning the race.
Let's look at the drivers' championship.
He's going to
now
finish ahead of the McLarens. I can tell you that much.
In Vegas.
Which will be really awkward because when I pull it out of the hat, it's going to probably come around the other way. But anyway, I'm saying that Max will come out ahead of the McLarens. Not enough to win it in this race. He still needs a few more points, but he's chipping away. He might not win.
Well, we're seeing that Norris is currently sitting on 390 points in the Drivers' Championship. Oscar's sitting 24 points behind him at 366, and Max is only 49 points behind Norris at 341. So, again, 2 race wins with 2 DNFs is what he needs to be able to beat Norris, but he can definitely take second.
So do you think he's taken him aside to, like, say, Punchy and Hadjar and that goes, guys, if you get the chance to just tap those McLaren's wheels, I can come through and then get 25 points and then make my chances a bit better? Do you think he's actually had that conversation with them all? Or
remember what Ricardo did for me in Singapore? Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. But also, if you go back to the United States Grand Prix in the qualifying session, Max had made the comment after the incident where he felt that Norris had not left him enough space to pass on his cool-down lap, saying that it has been noted. So, he has marked that in his little black book to say one strike against Lando. So you never know. He could decide to try and be an upset for Lando as well.
So you reckon that's not been paid back yet?
So I don't think
it has.
The bill's due. He's putting the bill down now.
Rightio. We're running out of races then for some action.
Interesting. I mean, Lando also has a chance here. If he performs well and finishes, say, more than 8 or 9 points ahead of Max this round, it could basically put Max out of contention to win the championship, and the best result he would be able to get is second to Lando.
Yeah, could close the door.
Very true.
Yeah, because he's about 2 race wins behind Lando at the moment, and there's 2 more rounds after this with a sprint race in there, which has got 8 points maximum in that for a win. So, it's getting pretty tight for Verstappen. But in Oscar again is 24 points down, so it's nearly a race win behind Lando. He has to win. So I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do something with setup for him. I mean, they've been running slightly different setups, I think, for some part of the year with their anti-dive in the car, and I don't know. Hopefully Oscar's going to get it together.
Sorry, who are you talking about then? They're going to do something for?
Piastri.
Oh, okay, right. Yep.
To be fair,
So
we all think they've done enough for Norris already.
Well, I think that
Is it time to bring the tin hat back out?
Well, there's been
it's
a lot
always
of
tin hat time.
there
Not
has
gonna
been a
fit on
lot of
Christian's
PR
head.
this week to be able to support the Kumbaya in McLaren. So you've seen Beyond the Grid, which is one of the F1 podcasts where they've actually had an interview this week with Oscar Piastri. So, and look, they're saying he's feeling great about the team. He's saying his relationship with Lando is as good as, if not better than it has been this year than in the past. So saying all the right things. It was Lando Norris's birthday this week. And we saw a very warm and heartfelt message from Oscar Piastri to Lando there as well.
Blink twice.
Yeah, blink twice, Oscar review. I mean, look, he's always going to say that, but there's obviously some tension there.
Yeah. Yeah. So with that, I think that's a perfect opportunity for us to move on to our predictions for the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
Do you guys need a moment to figure it out and write it down?
Yes.
I've gone.
Or are you just going to cut
I
it
don't
out?
think it's
I'll
going
go
to affect
last.
mine, so it's
I
fine.
need to go last because I don't know who I'm going to be.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Oh,
so Happy's going to use all of our collective.
you want the reverse order today, Nate? We go Dan, me, KT, then you.
Sure. I'll go
Why not?
first.
Let's do it.
Well, I'm
It's you.
making an alteration to my included names in this hat this week.
Are we adding or removing?
I'm removing a name,
Woo!
and
Which
Who's,
name will this be?
getting the ass?
you're going to be very upset about this.
Oh,
He's out. He's not going to win this
Wow.
race. So I'm
wow.
semi-fudging. And if he does, well, it's okay too.
Do we
But it's
keep
not.
people
Happy, is that
unrestrained
making
on
an
our
influence on
podcast,
your
or-
predictions?
Look, you can. Look at that. The haters can email Christian at thedownshift.com.au and he'll forward it to me anyway. So we're pretty good like
That
that. We're
inbox
tight.
must be
That's
getting
okay.
pretty full by now.
What?
Has anyone checked it actually? Or
It just auto deletes
do you
after
even
a
know
week
how to get
anyway,
there,
so it's
or-
fine. It's not a
Yeah.
problem.
No, we're just
No,
forwarding it to
it's an
Elvis.
auto reply. Thank you. Your message has been received. We will respond in due course. So just for our listeners and viewers, this is actually going to show that we're taking away the Australian bias for the downshift.
Well, one of us is. One of us is.
I was never really Australian biased anyway. I mean, the hat doesn't care. But I've just taken Oscar out of my hat because I hate to say it, where we're at now, it's not his season. But he gave it a good
So there
crack.
you go, Schwags. You're off the
He'll
Christmas
come back
card list.
stronger.
All right.
He'll come back stronger next year.
So what's your first name out of the magic hat?
First man of
This
the
is for
magic
pole
hat
position.
is in
Pole position.
Max Verstappen.
Cool.
Max
for
Verstappen.
pole.
That's
For
not a
pole.
bad. That's not
And
a
that
bad pull.
is going to happen because, I mean, look, he came from 9 to he started in pit lane and came
Second.
fourth, third, second. I mean, bloody
Are
hell.
you
what
putting
else-
that back
what
in the
more do
hat, or are
need
you just
to do?
pretending that you're feeling around the hat for another name?
No. Oscar's still over here. He's on the floor. I'll leave him out. Poor Oscar.
Poor Oscar. Okay, for first.
All right,
First
so there you
place.
for first. Yikes. Lando Norris is going to come first.
Go.
Lando Norris.
Well, he's
That's not
not.
what we
but
want to hear.
no, he's not
possible.
gonna come first. Well, if he does, I'll get some points because no one else will pick it. Actually, no, you will pick it, won't you?
I'm not picking
No,
it.
you'll be going Mercedes and Ferrari. Oh, my God. And Lewis is going to come second.
Woo.
That'll shut the
That's a big
haters up.
call.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a
That's
Well,
a
obviously, he's
massive
going to
call.
stop talking this weekend.
Oh, I reckon he's just going to knuckle down and get the shit done like he should have all season. Don't we know it? And third place is going to be Max. Max is going to magically drop 2 places. There you go. You heard it first at
Poor
the
pit
hat.
stop. Okay, there we go.
All right,
Okay.
Lockie.
I'm not taking Piastri out of the picking system, so I'm actually going to say though I think pole position George is going to come in and take pole this weekend.
Georgie.
George. Nice.
Handsome George.
I am going to say Max Verstappen is going to win the race. George is going to come second. And unlike my friend here who's un-Australian, I am going to say Piastri is going to come in third this race. Don't think it'll actually
okay.
happen, but I can't win anyway, so it's irrelevant.
You never know.
Yes, you
never
can.
know.
You're only
Well, the
a
difference
couple
between
of
you and
points
me is
behind. No,
I can't
trust
win
me.
either,
With my
but you're
tipping,
at least
I
still being
can't win either.
Australian.
Yeah. I don't want hate mail, Dan. That's fine.
I'm throwing everything out.
All right. I'm going for a Hail Mary in regards to this now.
So did you say
Yuki.
0 points? Is that what you're going for?
Yeah, probably. I did change my P2 twice now, but I've gone back to my original in the hope that this does happen. But so look, I'm putting in for pole based on his performance last week, Kimi Antonelli.
Yeah, I was tossing that up, so not a bad call. Yep.
In the Merc. Yeah, okay.
So he's going to be also the first rookie to take P1. So I'm actually having Kimi take out the race as
that's
well.
A big call.
So
okay,
Kimi Antonelli for first.
Yep.
Now, this is where I was tossing.
That's a big call. You're only 1 point behind me in the pick, and there's still 2 rounds to go after this. So
and he's throwing it away like that.
Yeah,
throwing the baby out of the bathwater right now.
This is Vegas, baby, so I'm putting it all on red.
Put it all on red.
Actually, no, I'm putting it all on black.
So black's coming screaming through at this point. Maybe red's coming through then. Okay.
All right. So Antonelli for pole, Antonelli for the win.
Yep. Oscar for second.
Right.
And this is where I was tossing up between Oscar and Max, but I'm going to back my boy, and I'm going to go for Oscar for second, and then I've got Georgie for third.
Right. Interesting. Well, I think we're all going to have different tips this week then, which will be interesting. I've gone Verstappen for pole, Verstappen for the win, Russell for second, and feel dirty again, but Norris for third. I'd really love Oscar.
You need to go and have a wash.
I'd really love Oscar to get on top of that car at the moment, but I just think
you and Dan can go wash together, you dirty people.
Lando's got the wood on him.
In the mirror, happy. Seriously.
So, yeah, Lando for third.
You're wearing an Oscar shirt, and you're just not even going to be in the top three.
Gone
no, there is no fourth. Don't go throwing fourth in. No.
I think he'll come fourth. Antonelli fifth.
No points for fourth.
You're going for half
Do you want us to all be a new shirt, Happy, too? Change the number on the back for you as well?
No. Because it'll be useful next year when he wins the championship. So.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Good luck, Oscar.
Next year will be fun.
Good luck, Oscar. We're all supporting you.
Some of us are.
Well, Oscar, you can send a Christmas card to Lockie and myself. And we'll see if you win back the favour next year. But so with that, only one episode this week, as it is only 3 races, and as we said, 1 more sprint race to go. So as we look to Vegas, Lockie, your hopes for the weekend?
Not clean racing up to the point where someone takes out Norris.
No, I'm looking forward to maybe Lando winning and taking out the Drivers' Championship next weekend and having to walk the whole side of the other track to accept his award like Max had to many years ago.
I am just hoping for lots of overtakes and quietly hoping that I'm wrong with my predictions and that Oscar wins the race and narrows the gap, but we'll see what happens.
There's no rain.
No rain. I know. There won't be any rain.
All right. So from the Downshift team, it is thank you very much.
Oh, my God.
And we'll see you on the next lap.
Oh.